topic for today is quite short, and that topic is earthing. Now, to get straight into why I suggest this could be beneficial, I would start by looking at a hypothetical situation where a loved one, perhaps your partner or just a very close friend, is massaging you on the face. And if you're being massaged on the face or perhaps the scalp, you will notice that sweet chemicals are produced by your brain, such as serotonin and oxytocin and other chemicals that have perhaps a similar effect on the body that just help relax us, bring us deeper into our own true source, and just make us more harmonious in life. I would suggest that walking barefoot in a park or at the beach or on a dusty trail in the woods, this has a similar effect. That as human beings, we are programmed to have a reward stimulus for feeling the earth under our feet. And that is the core essence of today's message, today's topic. Because it's so simple to go walking in the park barefoot, but I see, living in a city myself, so many people just always wear shoes and they're totally closed off to this experience. A lot of people even always wear shoes in the house. So if you go walking, perhaps through a little town that is clean and there's no glass lying around everywhere, you will notice that a whole new dimension of life can open up if you're barefoot. Because we all know how sensitive our hands are. That's the most sensitive part of the human body, or one of the most. You can feel a lot of different details of an object with your fingertips, but your feet are also actually quite sensitive. So if you're walking through a town, it is interesting to notice how you can tell if you're walking on wet grass or dry grass or muddy grass, or if you're walking on sand, is it coarse or silky, or is it wet or dry? Is it hard or do you sink down into it? If you're walking on a dirt trail, you can notice all the tiny little seeds that you step on, and again the tactility and the stickiness perhaps of the soil. And all of that, I believe, releases chemicals in the brain as a reward stimulus. And ultimately what happens is we become more like children again. Children very much, of course, they are very happy being barefoot and running around in a park. And I think this is the sort of nature that comes up within us when we start to reconnect with our barefoot connection to the earth. We become once again like children of the earth. Perhaps the way I like to think of it today is that our consciousness is more cosmic in nature, but our body is literally formed from the earth. And as the famous quote goes, that it's dust to dust. Our body comes from the earth and it will return to the earth. So our bodies are literally children of the earth, and to feel that is a very harmonious, loving, joyful experience, and it is such a simple thing to do. So if you go walking in a park, you might not explode in ecstasy, but if you go walking in the park, perhaps with your dog and perhaps a friend, and you take up the impulse to run with your dog, laugh with your friend, you can literally experience ecstasy and beautiful chemicals just boiling up in you by something as simple as being barefoot in nature.